What is up, everyone? Mike the Mic Guy here. We're back on the ICCCon podcast stage, brought to you by ECPC TV Studios, and I am joined by some very special guests. Special to me, may not be special to you, but I have Adam here, who you've met before. Harrison, this is his first time doing a podcast, and I'm also joined by John of Back of the Cereal Box. Thank you for joining us.
Super glad to be here.
I'm glad you finally made it.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make it to ICCC this year.
No, we're glad you were here.
So I'm super excited to be here again.
Good. Now,
with Adam.
I have a great question.
I didn't think I was going to be here, honestly. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I don't say happy, but I'm pretty happy because I was too broke, but I made it.
You're here, which is good. Yes. And my first question is, of course, going to go to you. How does your chest feel after last year? Have you healed from that that incident we had occur last
I will
year?
be completely honest. It doesn't hurt as bad as you would think it does.
Okay.
Now,
But it's the sting.
He was crying for an ambulance last year.
I think I recall that. I think.
Okay, first of all, don't. Let's not lie in my name and disrespect me like that. let's not. First, to the kids, the children, the women, the wives, the non-wives, the husbands, the non-husbands, the men out there. I did not ask for an ambulance.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It did not happen.
Let's go back and watch the tape.
If you go back and roll the footage,
it went viral.
I was laughing. If you look, I'm looking you dead.
We're gonna do an extended cut of that video. We're gonna release sometime, probably next year.
To see the tears running
I can do. No. I can remember it word for word, bar for bar, what happened. So what had happened was, I got slapped. Then
wait! You didn't just get slapped.
I got chopped.
You got chopped by champion pro wrestler Flynn Hendrix.
Okay, yeah. And then I fell to the ground because that sting. It really, really did sting. And then I started laughing because someone played a womp, 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 womp sound.
I wonder who that was.
I can't remember who because I'm looking directly.
There it is. They're here again.
That sound. And that made me laugh. So where did I have time for the ambulance? Case, set, match.
All right, we'll go back and watch the
we'll have to review this, have an official review on this and find out.
It's been reviewed.
But
because I think you shot it.
I did on multiple camera angles of him in slow motion too. I got I have the ripples and everything.
You got the titty ripples?
Yes. Yes, he did.
I wouldn't go and call them that, but yes, we did.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You got the little ripples in HD. All right, that's fine.
God.
You caught me
There's
4K,
evidence.
but ain't no ambulance in 4K. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I stand on business.
When I release the video of this, I will make sure to clip that in right now so they can see it.
No, you're gonna find a video from online to say, "Call an ambulance." Like that's what you're gonna find. Not go. I didn't ask for no ambulance.
Do not, question my editing skills. Okay.
You know what?
I think there's been a challenge laid down.
There has. I think within the next 24 hours, something's gonna get uploaded to YouTube.
Can I tell you why I didn't ask for an ambulance?
Why?
Because I literally have a rule to not ask for an ambulance. It's literally, if I am in life or death situation.
You call Harrison.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's because an ambulance is too expensive.
The only Uber charge I would charge you is probably just lunch or something.
Yes, it's literally.
All right.
It's literally Pokey. Is it not Pokey?
We love Pokey.
Yes, we love Pokey. Shout out. We're not sponsored, but hey, Pokey, if you want to sponsor me on Twitch, hey man, the Twitch is this.
Are you a fan of Pokey? I've never had Pokey.
I've never had Pokey
so
either.
good.
It looks good. I just never gotten around to having it.
Okay, so if you ever go to Pokey, all right, I'm gonna warm your heart right now. Just think of.
So we got fish and rice and noodles.
You gotta get. Hold on.
Is it like Hawaiian Vietnamese fusion? Is that what it is?
Harrison.
I'm a big expert because I go almost every week.
Yeah, tell them about your
Because
school.
they do have those punch cards where every 9 bowls you get the 10th one for free. It is a little expensive. It's like $15, $16 a bowl. But depending on your options, you can choose very healthy options.
All right.
Good to know.
My go-to.
Let's go get some Pokey after this.
I think so. I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
It's just it's like you eat it and then after you're like and then you're like then you're like and then you're like I need some more, but you're like I'm getting fat. You're like, you know what I'm saying? But then you're like, I'll work it out later. Then you don't work it out later, but then you return the next day.
So besides Pokey, and besides Adam's viral video, what else are we talking about?
I think we need to switch back to what this con is more about, and that is Star Wars. I heard you talking about a rumor that I heard about.
Yeah.
Explain this to people who haven't heard about this.
So on Friday, Variety released an article, Variety magazine, the magazine for the entertainment industry. And it was talking about the backlash from studios against quote-unquote toxic fandom.
Yeah.
And how they are trying to combat it. And, you know, and we're talking about, when we talk about toxic fandom, we're not talking about just, you know, fans that are not happy with a IP. We're talking about those people who like attack it because of, you know, people of color or, you know, strong women characters. You know,
Yeah.
they're vitriolic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minority of fandom, but they're very vocal.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that Lucasfilm said that they are going to do in the article, that they are forming a focus group of super fans to review and to consult. And basically the quote was to say, if you do that, there will be retaliation from the fans. And so, you know, that's what studios are doing. And, you know, I actually don't think it's a good idea.
You don't?
No. I follow the philosophy of music producer Rick Rubin, who is one of the most influential music producers of the 20th and 21st century. Mega hits. Yeah. And his whole thing is, you don't make music, you don't make movies, you don't write books, you don't publish comics for the fans.
Yeah.
They are supposed to be last. And his philosophy is, you produce the art that you like. You produce art for yourself. And if you do that, if you are being true to yourself and to you, who you are, then that is the greatest service that you can provide to the fans. And the problem is, especially in Star Wars, we have a lot of writers and directors who know Star Wars, they know the IP, but they don't love it. And so they're doing it as a job. You know, check the box, I worked on Star Wars, I collect the paycheck and go.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we hired people who actually love the franchise and they produce work that they as a fan would love for themselves first, then we don't need focus groups.
Yeah, that is true. I agree with that, because you can go back and say, you know, Dave Filoni or you know, Jon Favreau,
yeah.
who absolutely love the franchise and have done amazing things with the franchise, not to speak on Book of Boba Fett, you know, which should have been done, I think, a little differently. But I'm not against it.
Yeah.
I think the focus groups could do good. You know, I know in Hollywood they typically would do pre-screenings of things, and I think that's probably a good thing. But what's not to say it'd be a bad idea to do pre-screen some things, or at least pre-screen some ideas to the fans, because sometimes that can fix things. And one prime example would be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right. Well, and that was a case where they didn't do pre-screenings.
Yeah.
They just released the trailer, and fans were like, what the crap?
Yeah.
And there was a vocal backlash that said, hey, if you do this character model, we will not come see the movie.
Yeah.
And the studio responded, and they fixed it, and it was a mega hit.
It was, and I think that them doing that and actually appeasing the fans, you know, appealing to the fans, I think
Star Wars
it was
won't
just,
do that.
you know, well, they might be changing that with this.
Star Wars, as an outsider, Star Wars is ran so badly that it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing to watch. It's like you're watching Spider-Man swing into a building, but then he actually swings into a wall over and over and over again, and then wonder why everyone is complaining. It's like, I wonder, You get directors that maybe know it but don't care, and then you're now trying these focus groups. You don't really need focus groups.
Yeah.
Just get people that care.
That's right.
Because
That's true.
Marvel, they have people that care, and then when they start outsourcing to people that don't care, well, we get She-Hulk.
Wait.
And we get
Uh-oh.
and I'm sorry. And hey,
Go on.
and let me just say this: there are many strong female leads in other things. For example, The Hunger Games has a very strong female lead,
absolutely.
written very well.
Yeah.
Just because we don't like a show with a female lead does not mean we don't like strong female leads. It just means some female leads are just not written properly.
Well, and that's cool. That's cool to have that opinion that, hey, I don't like that character. That character did not connect with me. I'm not the right demographic for that character.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the people who are like, She-Hulk is just woke garbage. What does that even mean?
What does it even mean to be woke?
I know what it's supposed to mean. But the people on that side use it as a pejorative, right? And they just say that anything that has, minorities or people of color or female leads or gender diversity is quote unquote woke garbage, and that's just not true.
I think it's just become a generic term for doing things that are out of the norm. And sometimes I do think certain shows may have gone overboard with that, trying to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that a lot of these shows,
Well, so one of the examples that a lot of people use is from The Acolyte.
Yeah.
And they, over and over, you hear or you see people commenting online that, there were lesbian witches. Right? But you've seen that comment,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
But there's nowhere in the script, nowhere in any of the dialogue that it suggests that. It's just a coven of witches, which historically, in culture, covens of witches are women. It's a matriarchal society. Right. And so these women as a group, as a village, are raising these two daughters.
Yeah.
I understand that, but the Acolyte wasn't. Like, me and Harrison, we watched the first 2 episodes, right?
And you only watched the first 2.
Yes, I
It's
only
not
watched
that
the
bad.
first 2.
Okay.
I'm a person that gives... I give shows a chance. And after the first 2 episodes, I gave up. I gave up. And Harrison knows me. I've watched Naruto. That has 700 episodes. I've watched it multiple times. I give shows a chance. I tried. I really did.
See, I watched the whole thing. I didn't watch it
I
for
watched it week to week.
I waited till everything was released and everything. I ended up watching it about a month ago now.
Okay.
Because I wanted to at least get my research in on it and let me give it a shot.
Sure.
Let's see how it is. And I watched it. I will tell you, I don't think it was that bad. I think it could. It was horrible in a lot of parts of it. I think they could have done better. But it's like, okay, it wasn't as bad as a lot of people were making it out to
Right.
be. They were making it out to be like it was just atrocious, which in a lot of parts it was atrocious. I mean, they could have done so much better.
But
things
not in the
with it.
concepts and not in
No.
the basis of the characters. Everything that they did in the story, character-wise and story-wise, had merit.
Yeah.
It's just some of the execution was pretty clunky.
Yeah, and I think a lot of what you were getting at with the W word there, if
Yeah.
you will, was a lot of what Leslie Headland was saying in all of the press things.
That's right.
And I think she shouldn't have said a lot of things she said. I think by now she probably regrets a lot of things she had said.
So that's the second part of this initiative that Variety wrote about, is that studios, in particular Marvel and specifically Lucasfilm, are now making all of their directors and actors and creative people go through media training
As they should.
That's
to
what you
know
should be doing.
what to say and how to say it and when to say it.
Yeah,
is-
that's the same thing coaches do.
Which is
with
really
teams.
It's really sad because, like, I mean, it's okay to if you are a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, it's okay to go and support those things. That's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. But like to say you can go out and say that. That's fine. Go out, support what you support. That's fine. But why are you bringing it into a character that's not?
Well,
Yeah.
if it has nothing, if it has
if
nothing
your
to do
character
with the
is
character
gay,
of the story.
if your character is gay, you make that a dang good gay character.
Yeah.
I want development from that character. Don't just make that character gay for no reason.
Absolutely.
That's a major pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
Right? I want development. And one quick thing is a lot of people, like when you said Rick Rubin said make music for yourself, or like make for when I was in film school, a lot of people, I had an incident where I was an editor of just a small school film, and I brought home what we edited to my mom. She watched it. She watched it. I brought it back to the director, which was one of my classmates, and I told him, "Hey, these are some things my mom did not think made sense," and he literally shouted at me in front of everyone, "I don't care what your mom thinks. This is what I want because I am the director."
Yeah.
And this is when I realized I cannot be in this industry because directors they would rather mess up a movie and be arrogant about it. And that's why,
Well,
because it's great that you have your vision, but if a regular person is watching this and is confused, screw your vision. We need to watch a.
But that's the thing with Hollywood, and I was saying actually earlier in a different podcast, Hollywood doesn't care.
I know.
Hollywood's going to do what Hollywood wants to do.
Yeah.
that's right. And in so many cases, it's the corporate suits, the CEOs in the
Exactly.
C-suites that get their fingers in and get involved
Mm-hmm.
and say, no, we need to have this box checked. We need to do this. And focus studies are showing that this is what's trending right now.
Yeah. It's all marketing is
yeah,
what it is. It's
yeah,
corporate entities that get in that marketing.
Every time that happens, every time they get their fingers in the muck, it fails.
Yeah.
Either critically or financially or both.
That's why Spider-Man 3 was so bad, because they tried to force so many characters.
That's one thing I've
'cause
said.
it was like Venom, and then it was who else? Venom,
Sandman,
Sandman.
Green Goblin Jr.
Oh, you're talking about Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Sam Raimi
Yeah.
one.
The
Yeah,
Sam
Sam
They,
Raimi.
one.
they gave him way too much. They didn't give him full power to do what
Yeah,
he
they
wanted.
came in and they said, you're going to put Venom in this movie because Venom is hot right now.
yeah, they
Yeah.
gave him too much dip for his chip.
Yeah. That's the same thing I actually say about Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think the Amazing Spider, even though it was a good movie, I think that introducing the Green Goblin and the way they did was just, I didn't really agree with it. I thought I was like, I felt like this was Spider-Man 3 all over again.
Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man.
I agree with you. I'd love to see a 3 from him.
It really should have just been an Electro movie because they were doing
Yeah.
so much trying to bring in the Sinister Six at the end of the movie, and
Yeah.
we never got to see
No,
that.
we didn't.
Not a hot take.
No.
Well, and the other problem that we have in our IPs is twofold. One, these big studios now are in the habit of announcing things that are in potential development as if they
Yeah.
are going to actually happen. And, the stuff that will never see the light of day. Why
Absolutely.
even tell us about it? Why even get our expectations up? Yeah. But then the other problem that we have, and a lot of people disagree with me on this, but I really believe that in fandom, specifically Star Wars fandom, there is a sense of ownership among fans. It's a false sense of ownership. Like, we own these stories and characters, and so we expect the studios to produce what we want. And I think that's a bad trend.
Yes. Yes. As an outsider, yes. I agree so much. Star Wars fans, yeah. So I'm so sorry to everyone in the room that made Star Wars. Like, as a Harry Potter fan, I don't feel like Harrison, why are you looking at me like that? Don't
Because you're talking to.
don't-
As a
No,
Harry Potter fan,
As a Harry Potter fan, I don't think we feel like we own the books, because we don't. But
You didn't write 'em,
We
yeah.
didn't write them.
Yeah.
Like, some of us may not like J.K. Rowling for what she may have said, but we may like the fandom. We're just like, throw it at the wall. But Star Wars, it's like, No, Darth Vader's mine. That's my puppy.
This is
No.
our lore.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Darth Maul. No, that's mine. No, Kylo Ren. Oh no, that's my
I
box
think,
man.
I think a lot of that might just have to do with the age of it. I think that could be it because it's been been around 30 plus years now of doing these types of
1977 to what
Yeah.
is that? Someone else do the math because
Gotta
be
calculate.
45 for Empire Strikes Back, right? 45, is that right?
Return of the Jedi was 40 last year.
That was 40. Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh dang, that's old.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
I wasn't even born yet.
I hate you
we
so
can
much right
calculate
now.
that.
That's good. You know what? Hatred is good for the soul. Helps you move on.
On that note,
That's a clip
I think so. I think we're gonna have to clip that one of you again.
with the dead eyes.
Oh,
On that note, I think we had a good
one more. I got
conversation.
one more thing to say.
We got to
Kids.
wrap it up now. Come on.
Kids, children out there, always remember the Jedi are evil. Choose the Sith. They're the only way to the light and the darkness. The true way. The only way. The correct way. Thank you. Choose evil. Choose darkness. Choose the Sith.
You need to watch
Well,
the rest of the
ins-
Acolyte.
No.
You're gonna love it now.
Inspirational words from Mr. Adam Gunz over here.
Also, I have a Twitch. It's Papa Adam. So subscribe to that.
I will not link that below. Anyway, on that note, we have to wrap up. I wish we could continue talking. And thank you for joining me on your first time doing a podcast, Harrison. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be here.
Thank
Hopefully, I
you.
can talk more next year.
I think so. If Adam doesn't completely interrupt everything that you were about to say, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be all right. And thank you for joining John from Back of the Cereal Box. I will link him below. Adam, thank you for joining and bringing us your interesting quirks and thoughts.
Join the Sith, kids.
I don't know, spewing out whatever information you spew out. Is it information or is it false information? I don't know.
I don't
One
do
or the
false
other.
information to kids. I do the truth.
Okay. Sometimes the truth hurts, I guess.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you all for joining, and please come out to the con if you're not here already. If not, come back next year. I'll see you all later.